Hello, friends. I am Claire from Claire as Mud, where I take you along on my path to finding my purpose. I'm recording today in the front porch of an adorable cabin in Talkeetna, Alaska. I came up here partially because of an astrology reading I had and partially because of an oracle card I pulled. So it's been a really fun couple of days just to get away and kind of tune into my intuition that way. And I went to grab some dinner at a restaurant last night, just takeout, and I walked in. There was no hostess. It was kind of a seat yourself situation, and so I looked around, walked over to the bar, assuming there might be somebody there. There was nobody behind the bar. There was people sitting, and there was always like two chairs in between each group. So I was like not sure where to kind of insert myself into the bar to like wait for someone to come take my order. And somebody sitting at the bar looked at me and was like, "Have a seat." And so I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna order food to go." I'm very awkward, by the way. I had a hard time finding the entrance to the library once, and instead of walking around, I just got back in my car and went home. So these are the things I deal with. So I sat down, and of course, the person behind the bar just wasn't really around, and so this guy was kind of chatting at me. He had had a few drinks and was just being friendly and kind of funny, and I didn't mind. It was just a little out of my comfort zone, but I had a good time. Anyways, I'm staring at he apparently worked there, but he wasn't working at the moment, so he knew things. He's like, "Oh, if you have questions about the menu, you can ask me. Everything's good." I was just kind of staring at the menu, and nobody still behind the bar to take my order. So I'm just staring at the menu and listening to him talk and interacting a little bit, and he he kept saying, "Everything's good. Everything's good. You can't go wrong. Everything's good." And he's getting a little philosophical, like, just go inside and listen to your heart. And I was like, that's kind of like life, isn't it? And I continue to look at the menu because there's still no one to give my order to, and finally somebody, comes by. She, pours me a glass of water, and of course I'm just gonna take everything to go and stuff. But she's busy working other tickets and still doesn't take my order for a little while. So this guy keeps on talking, and he's like, keeps saying everything's good, and what about the Reuben? And I'm like, not so much of a Reuben person. And eventually I said, yeah, like a lot of things look good, and it's hard to decide. And he goes, that's when you just tune everything else out and just go where your heart guides you. I had to laugh so much inside because one of the programs that I'm enrolled in had just recently, I finished the module for purpose. And one of the things was literally just choose something. Just choose something. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, if it ends up, not working out, then that's still information, and just move forward in another direction. And just follow things that bring you joy and are charming and that sort of thing. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, this like random dude in a restaurant bar in a tiny town in Alaska is giving me the same life lessons as I'm, paying in this ridiculous program to. It's not a ridiculous program. The program's been absolutely great. But yeah, I just had to chuckle about that synchronicity. And it did put a smile on my face. And another fun side note, he had been living here for about 6 years, and he had been from a town that I'm actually considering moving to. So that was two synchronicities in one very odd, very chance conversation. So I just thought that was a fun one to share today, and this cute cabin backdrop on the front porch here in Talkeetna. So more to come, and have a great week.